Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today again. And in today's discussion, we are going to look at omega-3 fatty acids. So, why is omega-3 fatty acids so important to our health and well being? Our body cannot make omega-3 fatty acid. So, therefore, it is essential that we obtain omega-3 fatty acid from the foods we eat on a regular basis in order to maintain good health. Omega-3 helps to define our DNA. So it helps to repair and it helps to promote good DNA cells. Okay, is that important? Right, so therefore playing an essential role in preventing coronary heart disease, such as heart attack and stroke. It also helps to control other conditions such as rheumatoid arthritis and help fight against cancer and lupus conditions. So some sources of plant-based omega-3 are chia seeds, flax seeds, alga, seaweed, walnut, hemp seed are high in omega-3 sources. Right? Now, plant-based omega-3 can only be obtained from plants and not from fish or from meat. Right? So it's very important that people understand the importance of plant-based omega-3, and that even though they may not be a fan or be a vegetarian or a vegan, they still need to obtain healthy sources of plant-based omega-3, because that is one of the important omega-3 fatty acids, which belong to a group of fatty acids called the ALAs, right? And they can only be found in plant. So some other forms of plant-based fatty acids can also be found in nuts. Walnuts is very high in omega-3 ALAs fatty acid, right? And also you can also find some oils that are also plant-based, which are high in omega-3 fatty acid, such as flaxseed oil, linseed oil, walnut oil, soya, pumpkin, and alga oil. Right? They are plant-based oils that are very good in omega-3 sources. So fish-based omega-3 sources. So fish-based omega-3 sources are found under the EPA and the DHA of omega-3 fatty acids, and they contain certain fish such as salmon, mackerel, and sardines are high in omega-3 fatty acids, right? And it's known to be the powerhouse of omega-3 because they form the highest in omega-3 fatty acids. So a diet rich in salmon and mackerel or these type of fish can help to promote good heart health, right? And in countries, studies have shown that in countries that eats a lot of fish, such as Japanese countries and Mediterranean countries who consume lots of fish, they tend to have less heart disease compared to countries such as the UK who follow the Western diet. Okay, so some of the benefits of eating a diet that is good in omega-3 fatty acid helps to reduce cardiovascular diseases such as heart and stroke. Right? Studies have shown that people who, after having a heart attack, who include omega-3 fatty acids such as plant-based or fish-based omega-3 in their diet, reduces the risk of having another heart attack or stroke, and it reduces the risk of dying from death of a heart attack and stroke in the future. So omega-3 fatty acid helps to reduce blood clots. It helps with atherosclerosis, which is like preventing hardening of the arteries due to too much unhealthy fats in the blood, right? It helps. So therefore, it means that it reduces the inflammation in the blood, and it also helps promote good cholesterol in the blood, and it also lowers blood pressure levels. So in terms of meat-based fatty acid, the amount of omega-3 fatty acid in meat is not the same as in fish and in plant-based sources. However, looking at meat-based omega-3 fatty acid, lamb, mutton, and beef tends to have good levels of omega-3 fatty acid, including eggs. Like 2 eggs can have 180 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acid. So white meat such as poultry, chicken, and turkey tend to have little tiny traces of omega-3 fatty acids. So they are not a good source of omega-3 fatty acids. So it is very important that we get our omega-3 fatty acids from fish-based sources and from plant-based sources, so that we can be able to get the full benefits of the 3 omega-3 fatty acids in order to promote better heart health. So we are going to look at some demonstrations to see how we can incorporate the plant-based omega-3 fatty acid into our diets, right? And how we can incorporate fish-based omega-3 fatty acid into our meals. So now also other plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids can be found in green leafy vegetables such as Brussels sprout, broccoli, spinach, and certain nuts as cashew nuts, and I mentioned walnuts previously. Oatmeal also can be a good source, a okay source of omega-3 fatty acid. Broccoli, things like kidney beans can also be a healthy source of omega-3 fatty acid. So I think that omega-3 fatty acid is not emphasized enough of its importance to our health and to our growth and to our development, because omega-3 fatty acid comes like the building blocks for us to be able to process the foods we eat, and in reducing inflammation and promoting better health. It also promotes very good energy levels, and it helps to redefine our cells, our DNA cells, in terms of repairing and maintaining healthy blood cells. Is so important and vital. So we are going to do further research and studies as to how we can better improve our omega-3 fatty acid uptake in our diets. So thank you for watching, and continue to enjoy the demonstration on how we can further incorporate this omega-3 fatty acid into our meals. Good morning, everyone. So this morning we have a healthy breakfast, right? And it contains, because what happened is that I was supposed to be out shopping, but I decided to come back home and to have, because I haven't had any fluids yet. I needed to have my fluids, my hot water, some warm water. Yet I still haven't had it yet, which is very bad. But I get distracted when I came home. I did some planting and some gardening. Then I came into the kitchen to get some water to drink. And, and in the process of that, I just saw this cabbage, this Sweetheart cabbage. I had 2 outer leaves of the Sweetheart cabbage. So I decided, instead of throwing it away, because yesterday I cooked the Sweetheart cabbage for a friend as a meal to eat with some pasta, right? So instead of throwing away this outer part of the Sweetheart cabbage, which I believe contains a lot of nourishment because it's green and it's leafy, and therefore it's going to be filled with a lot of nourishment and vitamins and minerals. So instead of chucking it into the bin, I decided to come and cook it. So I just soaked it and washed it, cleansed it in some apple cider vinegar and water. And then I decided to just chop it up into a pot. Then I had this plantain that was looking black on the outside, plantain. So, but when I cut the plantain open, it was very fresh and just perfect on the inside. So I sliced the plantain up in the pot with the Sweetheart lettuce sliced up, and then I started cooking it with half a tablespoon of oil, grapeseed oil, and then I put some onions and some paprika and cayenne pepper. And then I decided to add sardine, because that is what I have available in the house. Sardine and olive oil. I drained the olive oil because we don't want to be consuming too much oil. We should use little to no oil in our cooking. So good morning, everyone. This morning we have a healthy heart breakfast, which is oatmeal. Oatmeal is good for the heart because it's low in cholesterol and low in fat, and is filled with fiber and protein because I have added some plant-based milk. Right now, oatmeal is considered to be a part of the plant-based omega-3, which is the ALAs. It's plant-based omega-3. So it's filled with that anti-inflammatory goodness, which is good for the blood, right? And fighting against coronary heart disease, such as heart attack and stroke, and fighting against cancer. So this is good for the family on a regular basis. Oatmeal porridge is also good for the brain. For people who are studying, this is a good, affordable, cheap meal that you can come across and utilize on a daily basis. You can have oatmeal porridge for breakfast, or you can have oatmeal porridge just before bed because it's light and nice and it's nutritious. Then too, you can add some other nourishment to it, like some fruits. Yes, so we have here this morning some fruits, and we have some cinnamon. Yes. And we have some chia seeds. We have some chia powder seeds, which we're going to add to our oatmeal porridge. So now, chia seed is another omega-3 belonging to omega-3 plant sources, right? And it's one of the highest source of omega-3 recommended for people who are like vegetarian or vegan diet. Also, omega-3 plant-based foods are important for every human being because it can only be found in plant-based, which is an essential amino acid, fatty acid that we need to incorporate in our weekly meal plan. So plant-based omega-3 should be taken at least 5 times a week and more for everyone. Okay, so we have so we're going to serve our porridge this morning. And we're going to put some cinnamon. Cinnamon is good for diabetes as well, and it gives it a nice flavor. The cinnamon could have been incorporated while cooking so we're not going to put too much. You're going to just put a little bit of cinnamon just on top of it, because it could have been incorporated while cooking. So here we have our chia seed, 1 tablespoon. So that is packed with omega-3 goodness. The oatmeal and the chia seeds is high in omega-3. So then we have some fruits. We have here some strawberries. So the strawberries is filled with antioxidant, and it's filled with packed with vitamins, which is also good for the immunity, and it's really good to help. It's anti-inflammatory. And we have some blueberries. Berries is very anti-inflammatory, which is also good for the immunity. So you see, we have a breakfast that is super healthy, that is packed with omega-3 and anti-inflammatory, thus preventing cancer, promoting brain health, and fighting against high cholesterol in the blood. So what we have here now is some few raisins. Top it up with some raisins, just a little bit, because we don't want it to be too sweet. And that is our healthy omega-3 anti-inflammatory breakfast porridge. So thank you for joining us, and cheers to better health. So we have here my daughter. She's going to taste our healthy omega-3 anti-inflammatory breakfast.